Hey everybody, it's time for the DFW Market Intelligence Report. And I've changed my format. It used to be the Dallas or the Collin County real estate market. So what I'm doing is I'm going to each county that's close to DFW, and I'm going to be going into different cities and talking about where buyers markets are and aren't per zip code. So today we're going to go over 5 different counties and then across the Dallas-Fort Worth market in general. So this week, today, the first one we're going to talk about is Fannin. And you're going to see it's a buyer's market. There, the median price is $314.5. It's down 9% from a year ago. The original list price is $345.5. That's down 9.1%. The price per square foot there is $188 a square foot, up about 5.6%. The days on market, look at this, 92 days on market, up 67%. So that's quite a bit. And the percentage homes are selling at original list price of about 95.1%. That's down 1.1 from a year ago. Look at the number of months of supply in Fannin County, 9.8 months. That's up 22.5% from a year ago. Not a whole lot of homes on the market there, 339, but that's up 12.6% from a year ago. So again, if you're relocating to the Dallas area, if you're here in the Dallas area and in one of these counties I've been talking about, I think I've went through 8 or 9 different ones so far in the last 2 weeks. Today we're going over another 5. If you want to know what's going on, have questions about what's going on in your neighborhood, feel free to call me. Now let's talk about Hunt. There's a lot of movement out there. Greenville, several places out that way. Farmersville is actually part of it's in Hunt County. Wolf City. So the median sales price in Hunt County is $265K. That's down 4.89% from a year ago. Original list price, $299,449. That's down 2.1%. The price per square foot there, look at this, $156, down 1.9% from a year ago. Days on market, 60 days. That's up 36.4%. And homes are selling at 92.5% of original list price. That's down 3% from a year ago. This is a buyer's market too. There's 7.3 months of inventory in Hunt County. That's up 19%. Number of homes on the market, plenty out there. 1,063 homes. That's up 8.1 from a year ago. Cook County, not far up near the Red River. That's one of the counties there. We're not that far from the Red River here in Dallas. I'm actually about 60 miles from where I sit from the Red River. Cook County, median sales price there is $377K. That's up 17% from a year ago. And original list price, that's up 7.8% from a year ago. Original list price is $407,450. That's up 6.5% from a year ago. Price per square foot is $199, similar to here in the Collin County area. That's up 7%. Days on market are 57. That's down 8.1% from a year ago. Homes there in Cook County are selling about 92.9% of original list price. That's down 1% from a year ago. It's also a buyer's market. There's 7.8 months of inventory in Cook County, up 14.7% from a year ago. Number of homes on the market, not a large number, but they're at 340. That's up 10.4%. Collin County, for those not familiar with Dallas, that's going to be east of Mesquite. That is Forney, Crandall, all those out that way. You do have to watch out for muds and tids. They are everywhere out there. Unfortunately, that's the majority of most new construction around now because developers don't want to pay for that inventory. And I mentioned a while ago that I'll just say a big home builder is trying to force everyone in Rockwall County to pay for their development, a mud tax. So I think they're calling it that real estate tax out there. It's on the ballot. You probably don't want to vote for that unless you like paying taxes. So in Collin County, the median sales price out there is $317K. That's down about 12.7% from a year ago. Original list price. Okay, so I've got at 310,990. So it's kind of unusual there. This is not a buyer's market. But look at this price per square foot, $157. It's down 3% from a year ago. Days on market are at 59. That's up over 34.4%. Homes are selling at 93.7% of original list price. That's down 1.5% from a year ago. The number of months supplies at 5.1. That's 1.4 months more than a year ago. That's not quite a buyer's market. Just a few ticks away from being there, though. That's most of the Metroplex. The number of homes on the market there are 1,746 homes. That's up 5.1% from a year ago. And now Johnson County, which is kind of off to the southwest of Tarrant County, so some properties out there in the last year. This is also not a buyer's market, but the median sales price there is $320K. That's down about 5.2% from a year ago. Original list price right at $379.50, down 1.5% from a year ago. Price per square foot is about $175. That's down 2 from a year ago. Homes are selling at 95.5% of original list price. That is down 1% from a year ago. Days on market out there about 55. That's up 5.52% from a year ago. Months of inventory is only 4.9, so it's over a full point away from being a full-blown buyer's market out there. Number of homes on the market out there, 1,371. That's down 7.29% from a year ago. Those that watch my short video, this one covers the same thing. There were 7,159 new listings in the last 7 days in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's down 138 from a week ago. 940 homes went back on the market. That's down 29 from a week before. But homes are going back on the market because sellers are not willing to either come down to appraised value. Appraisals are an issue, not make repairs or make seller concessions. So just know that's an issue you're going to run into. 688 home sellers increased the price of their homes. Very not bright move in this market. That's down 305 from the week before. Because look at this number. 10,514 home sellers reduced the price of their home. That's up 336 from the week before. That means it's about 3,400 more homeowners reduced the price of the listings than new homes hit the market. 1,414 homes went under contract, down 28 from the week before. Here's a big number. 4,158 homes closed. That's up 392 from the week before. 861 homes expired off the MLS. That's up 30. 2,793 homeowners canceled their listing. Down 11 from the week before. Sorry today, it's one of those days, kind of under the weather. But I hope you find this information useful every week. Next week, it's going to be a little different format. I'm going to be talking about buyer's markets in cities by specific zip code. So it'll be interesting. And I'll tell you who I am thankful to for getting that data next week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. All my information is at the end of this video. See you next week.